There we go. Camera didn't want to transition properly. So anyway, how's everybody doing this afternoon? You doing fine? Doing dandy? Oh, my signal strength is fair. Oh, there we go. Now it's saying excellent. Sorry, I'm looking at the... So people understand, we are streaming to 2 different platforms at the same time, with the same stream key, the same everything. So, the way we're doing that is using this software, or this streaming provider called Restream.io. So I can set it to stream to multiple more platforms than that, but it's a paid subscription, and I'm using the free version where it has, as you may have noticed, at the very top, yesterday when I posted the link to the Facebook page, because my session for Facebook on Restream expired, and I didn't know it until after I hit the Go Live button. It's like, go figure. So anyway, it's a platform called Restream.io. I can plug in the same stream key into OBS as soon as I hit the Go Live button on the Stream Deck. It simultaneously goes live on both Facebook and YouTube together. Convenient, I know. So anyway, well, that out of the way. Let's get down to business. I'm trying to look for where the radar software is placed. Ah, it's over here. Okay. Let's drag this over here. Zoom this out. And eventually, what we're gonna try something a little different today. What we're gonna try is gonna involve just going live on Facebook, because I can't go live on YouTube with my phone yet until you all subscribe. So anyway, that's a little rant I had to get out. So anyway, what we're gonna do is later on in this video, because we're gonna be here for as long as we need to be, just keeping an eye on things, because I'm looking outside right now, and it's dumping. There has to be at least, but we'll look at it outside in a little while, because what I'm gonna do is, because the weather camera is not doing us justice. I was actually going on out there with the naked eye, like it's snowing, as you may have already noticed. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take my phone. We're gonna go live on Facebook outside. Keep this stream going, because what I'm gonna do later on, after we conclude this video, is I actually wanted to see first. Let me come over here a second. Because what I want to see is if I can actually download my live videos from Restream, like the past ones. And then what I'll do is, in between the segment when we go outside live on YouTube or on Facebook, excuse me. Because you guys know how I edit and trim and repost these live videos back to our YouTube channel. What we're going to do this time is edit. Ooh. Ouch. Let me turn this down just a little bit, because I cracked the microphone a little bit. Okay. Can you actually download these? No. Ooh. Just shows me the analytics. I'm sure there's a way I can download the past streams maybe? I thought that there was a way I could download the I'll keep an eye out. What does duplicate do? Huh. Draft. Oh. Huh. See. Well, actually, I can steal this live footage. What I can do is, since YouTube or Facebook's working now, I can download and pull this live video from Facebook, go into my editing software called DaVinci Resolve, thanks to my good old friend Joe Bernowski for teaching me all about DaVinci. Shout out to you. And put together the segments, cut out the times when I disappear from this stream, place inside the outside clips. Easy peasy. So anyway, first things first. Listen until I just figure out if I can actually download these clips, because I thought that I could. I see all of our past live feeds. They go clear back. Wow, they go clear back into like March, May, April, June, all the way up to now. Wow. Anyway, so I'm geeking about that. So anyway, I'm going to switch you guys to the full computer for a second. What did I just do? Huh. I have no idea what's going on. Let me get my phone real quickly, and then we'll figure out what's going on. Okay, folks. Let's take a peek to see. Let me take a peek at what's going on with OBS. Okay, there we go. Somehow my source got disconnected. Let me switch. Okay, so this key for the WeatherEye only works on this. That's fine. I can live with that. So anyway, here's a look at the radar now. As you can see, what is my cursor jumping around like that for? But as you can see, we are dealing with, already across the region, heavy snowfall. Like, these are some pretty intense snow rates. Like, up to like 22.5 dBz for radar up in Philippines, which if we look at the WeatherEye, this is the current scene outside the city of Philippines right now. At 2 minutes till 5. It is insane of what's going on out there across the region. So, but radars picking up maybe a little bit of icing down towards Valley, like near the, kind of close to the Valley Bend area there. Do I believe that? No, I don't. Because temperatures outside here right now are 31 degrees and falling. Because we're only supposed to reach around like 12 degrees tonight and max it out as our daytime high and then still continue to drop throughout the day tomorrow. So, you know. But I do not believe that icing thing going on there. Jumping back to the WeatherEye, which, see, this is what I'm talking about. So, looking outside directly myself, I can see it dumping the snow, but you can't see nothing on radar. Like, it's a mess out there. Like, okay, on this camera, the main roads, kind of, let me slide this up, but kind of like back in here, where that car just drove by. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, okay, so this road right here looks dry, right? Or not dry, but just wet, right? Well, looking outside with my naked eye, outside the window, it is covered. Same thing goes with the road over there, which, okay, do we want to go ahead and do our first round of outside live coverage? I suppose we could. Just so you guys can see, get a broad idea of what I'm talking about and what I'm looking at. Since this camera is not doing us justice. So what I'm going to do is switch this source to full radar. I'm going to go ahead and get my jacket on because I'm not going outside in a t-shirt in 30-degree weather. Get my shoes and my on, and we will just head on outside, do a few-minute live coverage outside, and then come back in here and continue looking at the rest of the forecast and see if it lines up par with our projected snowfall totals and what the National Weather Service is saying. So I'll see you back here in like. Okay, there we go, folks. Sorry about that. I was trying to go live on our weather profile, but the old Facebook was refusing to do so. So, we're forced to use my personal profile for this. But like I said, as soon as all coverage concludes, sorry, I'm in the meantime sweeping off stairs to avoid making feet prints that turn into ice. So that's what I'm doing in the meantime, going down the stairs. There goes a plow. Sorry about making you all dizzy, but we'll... Oh, it's starting to get a little icy, as so as it is. Okay. Let me just toss that up there. It's more slushy right now than anything, but we'll just let it be with that. So, here, look at the current road conditions. Let me see if I can... Well, you know what? Let's do this. And let's just take a walk-sing tour around. Because what I did is I turned on my data for right now. You can see, it is a mess out here. Like, see, this is what I was talking about. Up on the computer. Which, the radar is going on. If you want to go to our weather page's Facebook or YouTube channel, check out the radar on that page. You can do so and come back to this. But it's a mess. Like, things are getting canceled. Like, if you look, these roads are just a mess. In fact, what we can do, I don't care doing this, just take a walk around. And on our way back through, we will stop and take a look. Like, they just plowed this, right? It's already starting to get a little snow covered. Back on it. Okay, there we go. It had to switch to 5G. So as I was saying, things are getting canceled. There is the yearly, it has to be tonight here in Philippi, the yearly Barber County Community Choir Concert. If there are friends in Barber County here in the Philippi area who I'm friends with, I butchered that name up, I apologize. It has to be right at that church, right down that road. Like, straight down the road. You see those? I don't know how you can see that. I can't zoom in. Anyway. But they plowed... But look at this. This is what I was talking about. Look how awful these roads are. So if I were you, tonight, I would just stay home, stay off these roads. We have two people watching us. How are you? I don't think there are any comments. Anyway, so if you can see this, these roads are horrendous. This is what I was talking about. The camera, the WeatherEye camera was not doing us justice with this. Now it's doing us justice with this road. But as you can see, we're heading back up that way. But this is just a horrendous mess out here. So do I recommend going out tonight? No. Just stay inside. Stay bundled up. Maybe watch a Christmas movie, because, snow, Christmas. Almost about 12 days away at this point. Like, you can hear it crunching on my feet. But, yeah, it's not really picking it up on, it dumping it. But it's not really picking it up on it dumping it right now. But according... See, I just swept this, and it's already covered. But it looks like according to our snow gauge, we are right up to about an inch at this point already. So, do I recommend going outside the rest of tonight? Absolutely not. But we're going to head back inside now, head upstairs, jump back to the computer, and continue to look at what we have coming the rest of the night, how much more snow we'll probably see, maybe potentially do this again after my hands warm up. It is cold out here. So, hang tight with me for another couple minutes, and we will head back upstairs, back to the radar, on our YouTube and other Facebook pages. So it was a fun little journey. My hands are freezing. I'm going to go back inside, because as you can see, I didn't put on gloves. My mistake. We're going to go back upstairs, back to the radar, after I probably pick up a slight little drink, take off my coat and shoes, and we'll catch you back upstairs in a couple minutes. So until then, stay off these roads. Well, that was fun. First time doing that. My phone is wet and cold now. And my hands are still freezing. So I said the next time I do that, I'm wearing gloves. That's for sure. So, yeah, I can believe radar 100% with how heavy it's snowing, because you just saw it, and it's coming down. I have a pretty good clip. So, what we're going to do now is take a look. Now, everyone, I'm going to pick on Philippi for a little while. Just a little biased, because I live there, but we'll venture back around and look at other towns and places. But for right now, let's get a look Okay, there we go, folks. Sorry about that. Trying to go live on our weather profile, but old. Okay. Just want to make sure I can still access that live video later. Because as I mentioned, I'm going to splice this all together. Is there any is there anyone? I haven't been monitoring the comments on this live feed. Okay, so there's no questions on. What about YouTube? No. Okay. Just thought I'd look. So anyway, for the rest of tonight, in the downtown area of Philippi. Now, I know, the outskirts, the very outskirts parts of the region are going to be getting more snow. Like, say, let's go up here, for example, towards Simpson. Everything can get a little bit less. Except I don't know if I believe that. Because the higher up on mountaintops you go, the more snow you get. Than say kind of about where I'm at. Because, so like right here, the National Weather Service is saying snow mainly before 3 a.m. The snow could be heavy at times, slow around 11 degrees. Northwest wind 5 to 9 miles per hour, chance of precipitation 100%. New snow accumulations of 5 to 9 inches. So, if the downtown area of Philippi gets 5 to 9 inches or more, because we could get more, depends on all these heavier snowband rates. Okay. If we get more, the mountaintops are like, you got 5 to 9 inches? Try. I'm going to go on a limb here and say, try 13. Not to say the mountaintops will get 13. Don't go be like, we weren't forecast. That wasn't being forecasted. I know. I was just using that as a metaphor. I don't know what I'm up to anymore because I still have a nerd for weather, but my nerd is more like technology and like computer based type work, like church ministry. This is still kind of fun to do at times. Not as a full time job anymore because I don't think I'm being called to do that anymore. But that's beside the point. But I still have all the stuff I paid money for, so we're still going to use it. So let's take a look at so they haven't updated this yet since the system started. So they're still forecasting between 5 and 9 inches with locally higher amounts possible over mountain slopes, like I was mentioning. Which sticks us on par with, let me bring this up. It's thinking about it. So that still keeps us on par. Oops. Why did I do that? Wanted you to go over here. There we go. So that's keeps us on par with our original snowfall thinking. This is still a broad range. So right now we're using like a range. Do I want to be using it as a range? I mean, doesn't matter. It's still gonna get the point across. So, sorry, I'm just people are rambling off on the comments about what's supposed to snow today. Yeah, meh. There. Anyway, so let's take a look at what Clarksburg's looking at for the rest of tonight. See, I'm going off the National Weather Service. The Weather Channel is saying for Philippi tonight, 3 to 5 inches. I don't believe that. I know I'm not really in the weather game anymore, but I don't believe we're getting like 3 to 5 inches. I can agree with the National Weather Service saying like between 5 and 9 inches of snow for tonight here in Philippi. And for Clarksburg, 3 to 7. But 3 to 5, no way. Now, say like at the higher elevations, like say Elkins, for example. How is this possible? 3 to 5 inches of snow in Elkins, when Philippi is 5 to 9. I think I see why. Because but I'm not even going to look at the models because the thing's here now. So there's really no point looking through the model guidance because what good will they do at this point? So let's get a look at a different radar perspective. Let's zoom this in. So yeah, as you can see, definitely still seeing some of these heavier snow bands working its way through the region. As you can see, it looks like some parts of the state were mixing with rain before it switched back to the snow portion. So, what we will do, though, still, let's stop this. Let's bring this up. This rain here, towards like Sutton, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I can still see my feet prints. Yeah, as you can see, it's going to be pretty much an all-night event with some leftover moisture tomorrow up until Monday morning. So, let's back this up. Turn this doohickey off. Come to snow accumulation. Let's just look at this model once to compare it to kind of puts it on track with our. So this looks like it's an additional snowfall. It looks like we've picked up 0.2 inches already. Not sure why my weather station or my snow gauge outside said about an inch. Because this says it looks like, but it's starting to stick. And once it gets darker out, I mean it's pretty much already dark out as there as it is. But once these temperatures drop even further, this snow, as it starts snowing a little bit heavier, it's gonna start sticking more. So our totals could, if you're a snow lover, this is for you. That is for sure. Gee, at this point, I'm not even going to bother looking at the forecast models, because what... At this point, with it already being here. What good would that do? I'm just checking to see if any churches. So Hometown Pizza, checking Facebook here. Due to weather conditions and staff safety, Hometown Pizzeria will be closing at 5 o'clock. Thank you and stay safe. Uh, I'm just checking to see if any churches made any announcements around here about services for tomorrow. Okay, so nothing. Nothing as far as I can see. No. Okay, so nothing as far as I can see yet. But businesses are closing up early today, which is a good thing. Also, I'll mention this. If you had tickets to see a work in progress, a Charlie Brown Christmas at Fairmont State University today, that, albeit, this is still not a wise decision. I think both of them should be moved. But the show for tonight at 7 o'clock has been moved to tomorrow at 7:30. But I think it's so stupid how they has not pushed until next week when conditions are more better. Because here's the thing. Tomorrow, things are going to be even worse. We are going to struggle region-wide to get out of the teens tomorrow. So which means anything that's still on these roads, chances are probably still going to stay there. So I'm highly convinced here that we're probably still going to see school delays going into Monday. Still yet on the back end of this. Not only because of the snow, but also because of how cold it is. Because we do have, let's come back up here to our in-house product. Because I can, if it cooperates, here we go. Okay, so settings. Let's turn off the winter storm warning and the winter weather advisory. Let's switch to a different radar source for temporarily, so that we can get a look at this. Oh, come on. There we go. So, as you can see, Taylor, Barber, Northwest Randolph, Webster, Southeast Pocahontas, Nicholas, Eastern Tucker, Garrett, Western Grant, Western Mineral counties have a cold weather advisory, and Southeast Randolph, Northwest Pocahontas counties have an extreme cold warning from tomorrow through Monday morning, just due to how cold it's going to continue to be on the back end of this. So if we turn back on our winter weather alerts, let's get rid of that. Come back to radar. Look how dark blues that looks. Does look a little ominous, if you know what I mean. Let's actually bring this up once. I want to see. Is it this model? It might be. Yes. Okay. So let's push this. Maybe. This is 10 a.m. tomorrow. As you can see, this model showing the Philippines is going to end up with like 5 inches by 10 a.m. tomorrow. That's crazy. That's literally the only model that shows me complete snowfall. I haven't seen or heard any plows lately. Let me see something. Okay. So. I was going somewhere with that. Let me check our comments real quick. Are you guys asking any questions that I'm not seeing? Yeah, I don't know why my thing wasn't going live on the weather page. Okay, so we don't have any comments here. And nothing on YouTube. We will probably go back out around 6 o'clock and do another, like, pan tour around. Getting a look at everything outside again. Between 6:10. Between 6 o'clock to 6:15. For now, I can give you a look using the WeatherEye camera while I just kind of skim through some things a little bit here over here. Okay. So, I mean, you can still tell by the sky color how uh it's still coming down the snow, which seeing radar, it's not letting up. Like we'll probably have. That's what I wanted to see. Hang on a second. Okay, so there's no heavy snow band mesoscale discussions from Prediction Center. That's what I'm going to look at. Let me try and position the radar just in on our neck of the woods and just keep it there. But for the most part, this storm system, thankfully, to me, so I'm not really a huge big fan of winter anymore. But I do gotta admit that this does look gosh darn dang pretty. Each chance to go outside in it. But at any rate, to me, I am thankful this is just more snow than freezing rain, sleet, rain, the whole 9 yards. I'm glad it's just primarily just the snow. Because if we got freezing rain on top of this, on top of all the snow that's coming, could you imagine the damage that we would be all experiencing from this? Yikes, mama. That one is for darn tootin' sure. Have you ever heard that saying before? If you haven't, I guess I pretty much made it up. To me, it's too bad this could not hit on in 11 days from now. Because I don't think we're going to be seeing any more snow between now and Christmas. And this is all going to be gone by the time that comes around. Because we're supposed to be back up near 50 degrees by next Thursday with rain. And all this is going to be gone by then. So, but we'll see. Maybe Mother Nature has something more up her sleeve. That we don't know that. Getting another look at the WeatherEye. Okay. Sorry, in the meantime, I'm checking out. Just checking out some observation stuff. Okay. Does it have? Yeah, at 6 o'clock we'll go back out and do another live on the field video. Let me see first if I can get my weather or this or weather page to go live. Okay. Are we on radar? I don't even know. Because my thing's. Yeah, we are. Okay. Actually, folks, we will end. Let me see, actually. Yeah, we'll go back outside here in a little while again and get another look. And then we'll come back up here, get another look at radar, talk about everything, and then end this live video. But first, I might have to do it standing outside in the freezing cold, trying to look this up. Why? Um. Oh. Our weather page is thing didn't go live. So it just kept getting stuck at one. I was like, really? So let's... It's still 30 degrees out there. Even though it feels colder. What did I... Oh, you know what? I see what I did. Ha! Plugged in the wrong email address. Okay. Let's title this as... Yeah, see, for some reason it's not letting me go live on the weather profile. I wonder if it's because I'm live on this here already. Okay. Broadcast failed. No, duh. Wow. Okay, so this is from someone I'm following. This is a picture currently in Buckhannon. Where in Buckhannon is this? I have no idea. It looks like Route 33, if I'm having to assume. So, let's go ahead, because I'm curious on how much more conditions have changed to be last out there, because it's still looking like it's coming down at a pretty good clip. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this to the radar, like we did before. Mute this microphone. And then we'll see each other again like... 3-5 minutes, somewhere in there. And then we'll come back up here, talk about the radar again, skim through everything, and then we'll go ahead and call it quits. And... yeah. So hang tight for a few more minutes. Okay, hi everybody. Hi there again. So this is our live walk around part 2. And since part 1, things have gotten a little bit more slick, if you know what I mean. So let's flip this camera around a little bit so you can just see. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look how heavy it looks like it's snowing out there. And my feet tracks from earlier, yeah, they're covered again. So I'm just going to stand here to talk with you guys for a few minutes. Wow, aren't my Christmas decorations in the snow pretty? We'll get a more skim around view of that here a little bit later. But, oh, look at my... pretty cool. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So it doesn't really look like there's much snow out here yet. Maybe not up to an inch. I think I hear a plow in the distance. But in certain spots, things don't look too significant. So now let's just go ahead and start our live walk around. So as you can see, during our last walk around, we swept off these stairs and all that stuff. They're covered up already. So let's start on this direction first. Listen to that crunch. So right there is the camera that we are looking out of. Kind of looking down this general vicinity. So my fin's not taking it all the way up. But things are definitely out here. So keep that in mind if you're heading out tonight, which... okay, so they are plowing. I don't know if you heard me mention this or not. But they currently are out and about plowing Route 119 across the city of Philippi. Look at over top of me in the light. How heavy it's snowing out. But this is what I wanted to show you. So these are the side roads here through Philippi. And these are the main roads. So, currently right now, these main roads definitely look slightly-ish better in better shape than these side roads. They're being more treated, more plowed, and overall generally much better, well kept at. You know, like you can barely see that street sign. So let's continue our walking tour. Man, anyways, I'm editing this with DaVinci. Thanks, Joe, for teaching me that. You get another shout out. I can edit that blooper out. But these main roads, I mean, they are bad. But definitely not near as bad as what the side roads are. I mean, if you travel with care, if you have to go out, I say that's one thing. But honestly, tonight, at least tonight, I wouldn't even travel one bit. Not one bit right. Recommend traveling tonight. Man, this is slick. Okay, this road up and through here. Even going down there towards the sheets. Too bad I can't zoom in. Oh, there we go. So looking down there towards sheets. Things definitely don't look so that... I mean, this right here. Can I don't think I can turn. That's a pole. That doesn't really help. Okay. Thought I could turn on flashlight, but I can't. So these main roads, I mean, this road right in here looks a little bit treacherous, even going up the hill. So we'll turn that way up a little bit until we turn left going this way. But, and just look at how beautiful our house looks. Anyway, it is really snowing pretty doggone good here. Yeah, so going up that hill, it looks a little treacherous. But road crew, the DOH themselves, are out in the... are out and about right now, plowing and treating these roads. But I haven't really seen City of Philippi crews out and about here, plowing and treating these roads. I mean, someone came through and put cinders down, but why don't you scrape the road with it? So, as I was saying, the City of Philippi crews were out here a little while ago, with a plow head on them. So it's like, what? But all they did was they just put cinders down on the road. It's like, why didn't you bother scraping and plowing the road as you go. It's like, seriously? I didn't get it or understand that one. But, hey, no one asked me. Because, well, it's not really up my alley to decide any of that. But anyway, so, to recap. This is currently the current scene. So tonight, at least tonight, stay off these roads. Just stay home. Enjoy a nice cup of hot cocoa. Stay off these roadways. Let the road crews do their thing. What needs to be done. And so forth. So, man, it's really picking up again. But so, what we're going to do now is we are going to go ahead, go back upstairs, get another look at radar and what's to come for the rest of the overnight hours tonight. Putting it out hour by hour. And wrap up this live winter storm coverage that we have ongoing. And honestly, this is pretty much all we got to contend with. Other than starting tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., which we'll go over this upstairs. Once I get back up there and take everything off. We do have that cold weather advisory for Taylor, Barber, Upshur, North, West Randolph, Southeast, Pocahontas counties from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. from 7 a.m. tomorrow morning through 10 a.m. Monday morning. And then an extreme cold warning for Southeast Randolph, Northwest Pocahontas counties from 7 a.m. tomorrow through 10 a.m. on Monday. Because behind this system, it's going to get even colder as we get through the rest of the evening hours tonight through tomorrow morning. Let's wrap things up here, outside here. Another look down this way. It's just horrendous out here. So if you have to travel these roads tonight, I won't even do it. Unless if you really know how to drive through snowfall, I won't even do it. So anyway, we'll see you back upstairs to get a final look at this forecast. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Okay, so we are back. So, we just saw outside, still continuing with heavy snow. So, continuing the rest of the overnight hours tonight. Let's get a look. Here with my trusty, good old friend, WeatherBug. That's Kansas. I don't want Kansas. Okay. So as you can see, 6 o'clock, snow, 30 degrees, okay, right on par. 7 p.m., snow, 30. 8 p.m., snow, 30. 9 p.m., snow, 29 degrees. 10 p.m., snow, 28. 11 p.m., snow, 27. And then tomorrow morning, at midnight, snow, 26. At 1 a.m., 80% chance of heavy snow, 24. 2 a.m., 70 chance of heavy snow, 23. 3 a.m., 60% chance of heavy snow, 22. 4 a.m., 30% chance of heavy snow, 20 degrees. 5 a.m., 30% chance of snow, 19. And so forth, so forth. So, but in the higher elevations, we're going to still have some leftover moisture snow through the day tomorrow yet. But otherwise, what we have, my friends, is what we have. So, I'm going to give you one last look at the WeatherEye camera. And one more look at the... So as you can see, even though we were just out there, it's pretty much awful. It's a good night to just stay inside. Let me... Wow. Our video from an hour ago has 70 views. Okay. Wow. Huh. Okay. So, let me come back. Let's look at 511 cams here in a second, too, quick. Right now, I'm getting a look. Okay, I'm going to come over here. Ooh, vehicle fire. Ooh. That's no good. Let's look at the Cheat Lake cam. It is not working. Man, look at the interstate through Clarksburg. Ah! Route 50 looks semi-decent. Man, we don't really have any working cameras on I-68. Huh. Okay. Eh, 68 and around 119 doesn't look too bad. So anyway. Oh, you couldn't even see that. Oh well. That's... I only showed 3 cameras, so let's just show those again. So this is looking at 119 on I-68. Not looking too awfully bad. I mean, it is still a little bit snow covered, but it could be worse. So let's slide down. Yeah, this one right here on I-79 is a vehicle fire. Prayers for all those people involved. And this is at exit 119, mile marker 119 in Harrison County. That looks a little bit on the yikes side of things. And then this is on Route 50. That, as that car drives through, it looks a little meh as well. So, getting one last look at radar. As you can see, we're still seeing that heavier snow band continue across much of the region. And that's going to be the trend throughout the rest of the evening hours tonight for a lot of us before we start to see that it start to die off kind of around the peak dawn morning hours before we see a cold Sunday in store. And then gradually next week, we'll start to see things warm up and start to be on the upward trend. So, that's where we're going to leave it for the rest of the. That's where we're going to leave it for right now. We've been live for almost 2 hours now, and I gotta edit all this yet. But it was fun. So, if you have to, if, and I mean, I'm gonna say this with a grain of salt, if you have to go out tonight on those roads, do so with extra caution. Let those road crews give you at least, I don't know, how many? So in our state, you need to stay at least 100 feet back from a plow truck. I just gave yourself, stay at least 250 to 300 feet back from a snowplow. Let them do their job to keep you and your families safe. Because jeopardizing your life and other people's life is not worth the destination tonight. So I would stay at the roads tonight, and then get to your destination tomorrow. Once these road crews can get a better handle on these roads throughout tonight and through the early morning hours tomorrow, and by tomorrow afternoon, they'll be in at least better shape than they are right now. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So, you all have a fantastic present rest of your evening, and we will see you next time we see you. Hopefully it won't be for a while, but if we do, we do. Not much speaking about it. So anyway, have a good your night. Stay out the roads. Tonight's a good night to watch a Christmas movie. Enjoy a nice cup of hot cocoa. Maybe you watch the Polar Express with your hot chocolate. I don't know. Because the Polar Express has snow. And hot chocolate. And it's a Christmas movie. Best of both worlds. So anyway, we'll see you back here when we see you. Have a good rest of your night.